afternoon, everybody. But I want to congratulate all of you for wanting to learn Sanskrit. I mean, it is something which was really very much neglected. Not only here, in India too, very neglected. But thank goodness, now there is a research, small research of learning Sanskrit in Trinidad. And I just want to tell you one or two things which should inspire you to keep you going. And one of them is, are you hearing me well? One of them is that Sanskrit actually is a language of enlightenment. You know that when we were small, we would chant mantras. We didn't know anything about what it meant, but obviously it has had its effect on us. Because every single letter means something, every single letter is like a devata. Every letter. So it means something. So this is why they say it is a language of enlightenment. It is in fact the only language which declares the man, Tattvam Asi, you are that. Which other people, let us say, even understand what that means? When you say Vasudeva Kutumbakam, and these are thousands of years old, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, the world is one family. We're all one family. I mean, these are the kind of phrases, these are kind of teachings and gems that we get from Sanskrit. Everybody knows Aham Brahmasami. I am Brahma. We understand that our religion teaches us that. So this makes Sanskrit very, very important because the depth of our thinking, I mean, it is so much more than any others. But just remember, I always say that we are about 8,000 years old. Our Vedas, our scriptures, it's like 8,000 years old. The man Panini, have you ever heard of Panini? Panini is a put. Let me write it down because I think I should take a look. Panini lived between the 6th and 5th century. And of course you know why I say 6th and 5th, because you have 5th, 4th, 3rd, and then you come to 80, right? That is why. So this man here, he lived between the 6th and the 5th century BC. And when you start to learn, when you start delving into Sanskrit, then you'll be so amazed that somebody from so long ago did such work as systematizing Sanskrit grammar. He is the one who systematized the Sanskrit grammar. And when you start with Sanskrit grammar, you'll wonder, Lord, it had to be somebody from God. And this is why they call Sanskrit Dev Bhasha. It has to be, it can't be anything else. Dev Bhasha, the language of the gods. Now there's one professor called Sir Monier William. He was a professor at Oxford University in London. Sanskrit, he was a Sanskrit professor. Sir Monier Williams. And you know what he said about Sanskrit? We ourselves have to learn from him. He said that in the whole world, the grammar that Panini had done, it is nowhere in the world can even touch it. It is incomparable. Nowhere near to it, that Sanskrit grammar. And the last thing I say, because I'm sure every day I hear something, in one of the lectures of Sai Baba, he had said that our youths are neglected. They are neglected from the spring of wisdom, which gives people the courage and the confidence and the strength to face challenges in life. And in fact, when I'm teaching Hindi and music and no Sanskrit, I let the students know that this is why when I left university and came back, I couldn't talk to more than one person at a time. But when I joined classes and started learning, that is where I got all my courage and confidence and everything. So, Sai Baba had said to these college students that Sanskrit, the neglect of Sanskrit, it is denying our youth that spring of wisdom from which all our people is from so many generations. We talk about 8 generations. Or not 8, it's 100 years. Yeah? Years of generations of people who, from which they can get their courage and confidence to face the challenges of life. So this is why Sanskrit, I want to congratulate you all for coming to learn Sanskrit, and I want to encourage you to continue. Like Swami had said on the first day, it's not a pushover, although it's phonetic, exactly as you talk, that's how you write and all that. There are lots of pluses. Once you know the rules and things, then it is going to be very easy. So, I just wanted to introduce today's class with that. I know you have done the swar and the vyanjan, and now that these people in front are not here, I think that this can come a little closer. Can 2 young men come and just help me? Bring it up so that I will be closer to you, otherwise I'll be a little further away. Swami told me that you all have finished the swara and the vyanjanani. You have also done the bharatari, which is you have done the joining of the consonants with the vowel signs, and you should be able to recognize all of the letters now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some practice. And this is what the Swamiji asked me to do. Give you some practice in reading, writing, and then I will also go on to something which I think the Swami asked you all to do, to study conjuncts. Yeah? You do what? You reach conjuncts. Okay. So then I will do some work on conjuncts also. Alright. So I would like you to write. So you can write as I am writing, and then we will read afterwards. You want to get the meanings of the words? Although it's just a reading exercise, I can give you the meaning also. Right? Are you seeing, or am I writing too small? That's so good? Okay.
No.
Not yet.
Wow.
Could do number one. We still writing one. Well, I don't want to erase it because I wanted to read. So I have to wait. What it would be a good idea is, as you are learning the Sanskrit, you should take a note of words that from which English words have been derived. And this is one of them, no. No, and so, and never, and love. All of these are words that came straight from Sanskrit, right? Sam, from the scriptures, you know, from Samved. Lots of words. It's a good idea to do that. Those who have finished writing, then you can look at the words, because I'm going to ask you to read them. So you can look at them and try reading them. Okay, so shall we? I know, but in this case, Bal and Bhal. You know, so that's the difference there. This is Bal, that's Bhal, but that's true. Moving, sorry about that. I have, this word here is moving. Moving and fraud. No and no. Boat. Yeah, boat. Boat and or ship. You see what happened to me? I have to slow down in my writing. I write very fast sometimes. I myself can't understand it. Okay, so let us do the reading. Okay? Let's do the reading. And I'm going to ask this first line over here. This first line to read this one. Bala. 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 Remember in Sanskrit, the is always there unless you see a halant. If you see a halant, you know the stroke below, then it will be bal, because it means that there is not a vowel. But this one, bala, bala. Okay, good. The next one, same line. Bala. Bala. Okay, good. Okay, we're going up this row here, second one. Yeah. This is?
Jala.
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 Yeah, if it does A, then you'll have a matra there, right? Jala.
Jala.
And the next one is?
Jala.
Correct, yeah. Good. Okay. Next row here, that's
Mala.
Mala, yes. And this is? Mala. Mala and Mala. You see, so these words not giving you the consonants and they're also giving you the matras, the signs, the chena, signs. Okay, next row. Sakhi and? Sakhi and Sakhi. One cannot afford to make mistakes in the pronunciation because sometimes the difference is so big. Okay, good. Next row. Vishnuji and company. This is? Huh? I'm not hearing. Dinner. Dinner. And this is? Dina. So this is dinner because the E matra is on the left side and E matra is on the right side. Dina. Okay? Okay, next one. Next row. Sutta. Yes, Sutta and Sutta. Correct. Okay, next row. Yeah. I'm not, are you all hearing me? Then why can't I hear you? Pura. Yes, Pura and Pura. Correct. Next row. Yeah? Yes, yes, you all, yeah? The blue shade. Deva and Deva. Correct. So we have enough words for everybody. Next row. I don't? No. Okay, no. Alright, that's okay, no problem. And this one is? Right. Next row on this side. This is? Asti. Say Asti. Asti. And this one is? Asti. What's that? I skip one. Okay, this one. Okay, what is it? Shala. Chala. And this one is? Chala. Correct. Next row. I think it's the last row there now. Yeah, but still say it. Asti. asti, and this is asti. T and T, you see the big difference? Asti means is, and asti is bone. Okay, big difference. Next row. And this idea. The last row there. I don't have a list of names, so that's okay. It's only one there. Okay. This is Bala. Bala and Pala, correct. And the last one everybody can do. Pala. Pala and Pala. Yes. Pala and Pala. Okay? Good, so you will know for yourself, well, was I able to recognize these letters? If not, it means I have to go home and do some of the homework before Swamiji comes next. Then it's a measure. It's a measure of time. It's just a way of measuring. Yes, so you will know for yourself how well you have read it and how much work you have to do. Because one thing with Sanskrit is that you can't wait, say, oh, like in high school, where at the end of the day they read books and say, not Sanskrit. Sanskrit, you have to do your work every single week. Okay, good. Oh, yes. Yes, it also means 9 in Hindi. In Hindi. Okay, somebody raise the water. So now we are going to do conjunct.
You can give 1 minute to just try to go to this.
Sure. So you can erase this side. Are you finished at this side?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, just erase up the here. Yeah, that's up here. So can I hit?
Yeah.
Conjuncts are also known as compounds. But I want you to listen to me, because this is something I think you will benefit tremendously from. Conjuncts. Well, what is a conjunct? Yes, a conjunct. When two or more consonants come together. But we are not going to do more than 2. We are only dealing with 2. So I'm going to see about the rest of it. Conjunct is the meeting together of 2 consonants. And this is very, very popular in Sanskrit. You meet it all the time. So it means you have to understand it, you have to know it, you have to be able to recognize it when you see it. So now it is, I am so very happy to get the opportunity today to do the conjunct with you, because I have never taught conjuncts like this in Hindi. As they come, that is when we teach it. Because I always felt that, you know, conjuncts, but we are very fortunate. Year before last year, a Swami had come from India, Swami Ishwarananda, and he had done a little bit of how to teach Sanskrit with us. Of course, he did it with children, but some of it we are able to use, and this is one that I had learned from him, and I thought it was made so easy. So the first thing I'm going to do, we're only going to deal with the first 5 class consonants, the first 5 rows of class consonants. So the first thing I want you to do is to write it in a book. Now, I don't think you'll wait for me to write it on the board. I think all of you should do that by now, eh?
Yeah.
But I'm still going to write it on the board. Okay. With the halat, eh? With halat. Good, we'll just handle those for the time being. If there's time, then I will do one of those. I left the class. I have a class right now. I have a Indian music class going on, but I asked my brother to hold on for me. Alright, so now you all know that you cannot pronounce anything there with the halat. And this is why the is added to all of them. But in this case, we need to have the halat here. Because in conjuncts, the vowel is not found in the first letter. Okay? So now, the first thing we're doing, now I am lucky because I can erase on the board. You, however, I'm sure I'm writing a pen, so you cannot erase. But what you can do, you can just ring it off. So I want you to ring off all the round bottom the letters. The letters at round bottoms, right? For example, like this one. I am erasing it, but you can just ring it off, ring it. This one. Okay? Just ring it. Just ring it there. Don't go erase it. Yeah, oh, round bottom. But that's the exact word the Swami used there. Round bottom means, look, round. Look, round. Look, round. All this is round. I'm leaving that round. Okay? Then, you're removing this. Everybody's following, you're removing the ka, and you're removing the ha. Okay? So now, oh, and this one.
You remove this one?
The ka. The ka and the pa.
Why?
Why? You'll see why soon. That will be clarified soon. Okay. I will tell you right now. If you look at all of these letters here, what is common with all of them? What is common? The halant is common. Okay, but what about the letter itself? What is common? All, yes, correct. All of them have a vertical line. All of them. If it doesn't have a vertical line, you're not supposed to be on the board. All of them have a vertical line. You should take a note of it. Take a note. Don't wonder you'll be in front of a class too. They all have vertical lines. Okay? And now this is where the easy part comes in. So you will have to write it on another page. Okay? You'll have to write it on another page. Now what we're doing is we're removing the vertical line. And you must never ever feel lazy to write back. The more you write, the better you become. The more you write, you have to write and read. Okay, so you have you're removing the halant also. You're removing the halant and the vertical line. These are just the letters which have a vertical line. But I hope I have time to go and do the rest of it. So you remove the vertical line and the halant. Now you're ready for your conjuncts. So this is the part of the letter which you use when you are doing conjuncts. This is the part of the letter. And usually they are very easy to recognize. Usually, not all the time. Yeah, because in top now, that's the headline. That's a part of the headline there. So sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not there, but it's just showing you that, headline is there. Okay. So now, to form the full letter, you don't have to do that because I mean, if you write it again, you might think that's a hassle. Okay, so to form the full letter, all you have to do is just go and put back the click, so you get the full letter. Okay, you don't have to do that. I'm just showing you. They call it half letter. Some people call it half letter. Some people call it the letter without the halant, without the half. Alright. So now, when this has to be joined with another consonant, you ready? You ready? What? You ready to write?
Stand by.
You ready to put it to another consonant? And I will just give you a few examples. Okay. Okay. Good. So now we're going to start with this one. You wouldn't do all of it, but I'll do some. Okay, can you see the half cut? Can you see it? Are you?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So this is So now, this half ka doesn't have the I in it, remember? It doesn't have the I in it, so you pronounce it kya, khyati. Say it? Khyati. Khyati means fame. So that is an example of a word with half ka. It's hard to pronounce half ka just. It has to have either a vowel or it has to do with something else. So this is called, this is the conjunct here. This is the conjunct. That is the conjunct. You have two consonants being formed. The first one has lost the halant, and you know it has no vowel. So this is why khyati. Okay. Next one, ga. Ga. You all have done kshetra here? You all have done those, huh? Glana. Glana means like sluggishness, tiredness. So you see, the stroke is not there. But when you see that, you know it's a ga. You know it's from ga. Okay? Glana. Glana is tiredness. These are just words to show you how the conjuncts are formed. Then you have I could do well. So how will you pronounce this word here? Yeah, Agni. You don't put the stroke is not put in between. Never, because this is one compound. You cannot separate it. That is one compound. You have to treat it like one letter. So Agni. Agni is? Agni is? Right. Then you have what is this one here?
Kamlaji, why did you sound
Oh, I just explained to you that when you have a conjunct, you never separate the consonants. They are forming one letter. So the g, this is half g, and that's a n. This is a compound, a conjunct, so you do not separate it. So this is why the vowel has to be in front of it or before it. Yeah, but it's half the. Yeah. Okay, and this is Vigna. Vigna. So that's Gha with a na. Vigna. In this case, do you see where the na comes like a branching over from the vertical sign? And one very important rule, never forget this rule. You see Vigna, okay? And you'll want to know, well, how come the Gha is not half and not full? Well, sometimes it is written like that. But whenever you're reading, you always read from top to bottom. If you see a conjunct, the letter on top is the first letter you pronounce. That is a rule. From top to bottom, Vigna. Vigna. Okay? Okay. So, Uchyate. You'll meet Uchyate, in a few takes time. Uchyate means it is said. But I am just showing you the conjunct. This is the conjunct here. Uchyate. And then, I don't know how to do it. So that is the ja, cha and ja. Raju, raju. You can't say raju, eh? If you say raju, it means you're only pronouncing one. But it's raju, raju. How will you pronounce that word here? Tyaga, right? Tyaga. And you must know tyaga. Tyaga is like renunciation, is like giving up. This word you'll see very soon, if you haven't seen it already. What is that one? This one, this. Huh? Twam. You'll be using that all the time just now. Twam. Okay. Or this could also be written. Now you can see the na, eh? Na. Anna. It is also written like this. Anna. So all we have done so far is just add that half of the consonant to the other one. That's all we have done so far to form the conjunct. So it's really easy. It's not difficult at all. And most times you can recognize it right away. Okay, look at this one. What does that look like? What is that? Huh? What does this look like? Plut. No, you can't say palut. Remember, it does not have the vowel. Remember, in the conjunct, the vowel is not there. So plut, plutta. Plutta is leaping or bounding. The meaning is not important here. But I don't know, I am like you. I like to get a meaning of the words. Just two more. Okay. What is that? Shabda. Say? Shabda. So you see all the vertical lines have been dropped, and that is how you use it in a conjunct. What is this last one? Huh? Yes, amba. That's correct. Amba. Amba. Amba means mother. They always meet it. And you know something? All of you, I'm sure, will be saying that, well, I know those words. But we use the words from childhood in our pujas and Hawan and things like that, yajnas and things. So many words we use, like Vigna, Ganesh, it's always with Ganesh, getting rid of all our pain and things, sorrows. So what we'll do is we'll go through the pronunciation of these, although we did it already, but it will be worthwhile to go through once more. Okay. So please look at the board if you have not finished writing. Tyaga. So are you seeing the conjunct? Without the vertical line. That's all, the vertical line is not there. Tyaga. Tvam. Anna. Plotta. Shabda. Amba. You see, ma. Look at that. The ba, the pa, line is there. So, isn't that easy? So easy. Next one. Khyati. Glana. Agni. Vigna. Uchyate. Rajju. Sit down a few more minutes. Sorry? You want to go through the pronunciation? Sure. Yeah. Okay, so now notice Tyaga. The vowel sign is not there. Remember, remove the halant. It's only half letter. That's the K without the and the halant. So that's the original form. You can't pronounce it really. Oh, sorry, T. So Tyaga. Tyaga. You don't say Tyaga because it is just half. It is without any vowel. Tyaga. Tvam. Anna. Now in this case here, you see the halant. The halant is here, so it means that is not there. It is the original form of the ma. So Tvam. Anna. Plotta. Shabda. So you don't say Shabada or Palota. No, the vowel is not there. Amba. Khyati. Glana. Agni. Vigna. Not now. Vigna as it is here. Uchyate. Rajju. You want me to go on just for 2 minutes again? Some I just mentioned, the ones that we left on like the K and the P. I have to mention that. So the K. Okay, I think you did that, You did the K. But I will still show you on the board. This would be kind of fun. For example, this is Bhakta. Bhakta means devotee. Bhakta. Bhakta, devotee. It could, of course, it could also be written like this. It could also be written like this. Where, like you have the K here, and you just drop off this part. When you're doing the conjunct, you just drop off that part of it. So this is what you're seeing here, Bhakta, Bhakta, but it is also written like that. You can write this as just as good, just as correct as this one, Bhakta.
Can you write the word in car, which means in Bhakta, because God
Bhakta. I can't explain to you why it is so. No, it's not puzzling. You have the... It's not puzzling at all. It's not puzzling. This is... if you want, you can think, well, okay, this is the part of ka, bhakta. Oh, this is the next the part of ka. I really can't explain it here. You just have to learn it. You just have to learn it, and you have to figure out your own way of why it is like that, and then you will remember. Like I will say, okay, like this is the ta, and this is the half of the ka, and like that. Okay. Okay, so I want to do just two more words with you. And same thing with the pa. And the pa, in the pa, if you see a conjunct, it will be like that. Pa. You know, like this part here, this is taken off. And it will be added. I can't think of it right now. Okay, look at this one. Can I just raise a few of these with you? Right. Okay. So now we come back wrong for now. Can do all. So now, this doesn't have a vertical line, so there's nothing to take out. So what you have to do in a case like this, then you have to put the okay, that's what you have to do. Put it one above, and you know this is pronounced first because I told you just now that you have to pronounce from the top coming down. So, for example, what word is that? Eh? Ganga, Ganga, Ganga. So there is more to be done, like for example, here one thing. So I will stop at this point, and I'm sure that will be done. Like shloka, for example. Shloka is will have the shak. Shloka, vyayamaha, vyayam, vyayam. That's an example word. Like that. The ra also, the ra is totally different. The ra, that is totally different from everything. So all of this will be done. Sure. Okay. As a teacher, and that's all my life. You know, for example, when the teacher is in front of the class, the teacher has to talk loudly so that everybody can hear. Can you imagine if I am in front here and I say, okay class, so, in the same way that the teacher has to talk loudly for you to hear, then you also must speak loudly because we all have the energy, we all have the strength, we all have the youthfulness, we all have that. So please, when your teacher asks you a question, show some enthusiasm, show some, you know, that you're not sleeping. I mean, you probably do that with me, but with anybody else, please don't do it. You know, like for example, they pray. Or they say it, and all the vibrations will be around. When you say, that's my advice to you. Hari Om, everybody.
Hari Om.
Thank you for giving me the chance to be with you.